Check out my scars, Joshua.
We're gonna
See my
start.
scars?
What happened
I burnt myself there, and Fiona cut me right there.
last night?
Yeah, at some point. I was thinking today about.
Mm-hmm.
Stop rolling that quarter. I was thinking today about aliens.
Hmm?
I was.
Why?
Apparently, the government has just released a video that's been skepticized as fake. But apparently, they just released it from their records this week, saying that it's actually real. Saying that it shows this
I have
footage.
seen a lot of YouTubers like just talking about aliens vaguely.
It's
And
because it's
videos
hot.
and
It's
stuff.
it's blowing up right now, and for good reason. The government's actually releasing documents and video that people have thought were fake for years, and saying, "No, they're actually real. Here's the documentation." And why the government's doing that, I have no idea, but they are.
Do you think it has anything to do with COVID?
No, would you stop with the quarter?
No, it makes me distracted and makes me.
It's
feel
gonna
good.
ruin our. It's gonna ruin our audio quality.
Okay. I guess I get. How could it be tied to COVID?
I don't think it is. I think there's just something. I have to read up on it, but I'm just saying I watched a video today that was very compelling about like this government technology that is like on a camera,
Mm-hmm.
and if you latch onto a specific moving subject in that camera, the camera will follow you and it'll just keep going, you know? And it'll just latch onto that thing and follow you kind of like a following missile. And it would latch onto these really fast moving UFOs, and it would just latch onto it, and they just recorded this video of these UFOs flying through the air.
Okay.
I don't even know how to explain it, but it's what's happening.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so I don't know anything about it.
Um,
How did you see it?
I saw it on Instagram. I would follow like this page that has, that shows like these different hot topic news things, and it just saw it. So
I'm missing going to the movies. Are you missing it? How often do you go to the movies outside of quarantine?
actually, I've been going to the movies more often right before Corona happened.
Yeah.
I went to probably like 4 or 5 movies in like the 4 years I was in Columbia, and I've already gone to 3 here in Virginia Beach in less than a year. So I've been going to more movies, but I had to stop. So I do kind of miss it because there's this place called the Theater Cafe here in Virginia Beach, and you can get like dinner, and usually movies are cheaper because they expect people to buy dinner, and you do. You can get like drinks or dinner or whatever, and there's just tables. It's kind of like dinner and a show, but it's really cool. It's nice, and so I liked going there, but I had to stop.
You know what I was thinking today? This is a topic, kind of just discussion we can have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just right now, like posting photos or just doing more videos, being more creative and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been itching really bad to build something like
Like something out of wood.
Yeah. Don't you have that urge to just like build something really cool?
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to
Like,
build
pulled
something.
some Ron Swanson.
I'm wanting to build. I'm wanting to get deep into like barrel making.
What are you gonna do with the barrels?
I don't know. I've always been interested in wood crafting, and I just think that it would make a fun hobby. Honestly, I've been really into the idea of like brewing, or I don't know, just aging things and creating something that kind of is like wood, but also kind of ages like a fine wine. And people reuse barrels, and they get like a scent to them, and they get like a, I don't know, it becomes something that's like a relic, and I think that's really cool. And it's just made of wood, and so it's a cool little craft that takes skill to do, and I think that would be really cool to get into.
You said hobbies. What hobbies do you want to get into?
Well, like I said, I've been really into wood making, but I've also wanted to do like traveling and hiking, which we've talked about in past podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, I don't know. There's just I want, as my career, I want it to be filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
I want my career to be based around being creative and telling stories. It's something that I'm passionate about. I always have been since I kind of learned that I could do it. Um, and that's something I want to do professionally. But I also know that I need to have hobbies outside of that. And I know I have a desire to want to like build things with my hands, like craft things. And I really like woodworking. Um, and then I also like traveling and camping and doing all those kind of things. So I I don't know this. What are some hobbies that you find yourself interested? Because I think we're both in a career where we're kind of doing filmmaking, but we're two very different people.
Yeah, we would. I would definitely say that. Um,
What are hobbies that you enjoy?
Hobbies. I would say like loosely. I would say like fitness
Mm-hmm.
kind of is a hobby.
Health.
Yeah, kind of. Um, that kind of stems from what we talked about. What was the season one of? I mean, episode one of season
Yeah.
two,
Season three.
three.
Yeah.
Of everything that I've gone through in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and like just working out in general helps me mentally just be a lot more focused. So something that just helps me to be more focused and feel better, I put a lot of my time into. So I would say I enjoy working out. So you could say it's a hobby per se.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people go work out because it makes them feel good or for health reasons.
Yeah.
I would say it's more mental health than physical health, but yeah, I would say I think about that a lot, and it's just something I enjoy doing. So
Do you think that started? Do you think that started before or after you got sick?
probably a little before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I would say a
A
little
little
before.
before. I know you were a
Um,
lifeguard for a while.
yeah,
That's not necessarily fitness, but
it's not, but you have to be in shape to do stuff like
yeah.
that. So I would say yes on the cusp end of teens, high school.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes, and then I feel like I've gotten to it a lot more the past couple years
Yeah.
to
That's
enjoying it. Yeah.
Fitness is something that I've struggled with to be active.
Mm-hmm.
I will say if I can do like a week of running where I push myself to like get outside and I run in nature, like through trails or something, then I can stick with it for a long time. There was a couple times that I did do that, but I have to force myself to start. And it's something that I'm not naturally very motivated to do, and a lot of people aren't.
Yeah,
So,
and I hear what you're saying. You say like you enjoy it more if you're on a trail, you're outside.
yeah.
You enjoy that aspect of it. When me, I would say I enjoy the working out. So in a gym or outside, regardless, I just enjoy it.
I like feeling good after like a hike or a run or
Mm.
something. I feel healthy, but I wouldn't say I work out for that feeling. And it seems like a lot of health people or a lot of heavy body fitness people work out for the feeling of how they feel when they've worked out. Like it's a high for
Mm.
them. Have you experienced that, or is that something you like?
Yeah, I would say that. But it's also like I talked about earlier, mental health. It helps me to stay focused in just life in general. So if I'm working out on a regular basis, the rest of my life is more focused and I feel better in the rest of my life
Mm-hmm.
rather than just working out. So it's like I don't know how to compare it to anything. other than maybe eating. I don't know how to
What do you
say,
mean
but
by
like
eating?
I don't know. You're hungry,
Okay.
so you eat. A lot of people like food. Some people they just eat because they're a lot of people. I don't know. I'm going down a trail. That was not a good analogy.
Well, I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. So you're saying the feeling that people get when they eat food when they're hungry, it's satisfying.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
kind of.
saying?
Yeah, kind of, or more like people eat so that they can live their life. Go to work, do the other things of their life. When they're not eating, they're not really thinking about food until they get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But they eat if they're going to be hungry all the time. If they don't eat, once they eat, then they can do other
Yeah.
things in their life and not be hungry,
Yeah.
not focus on food to their next meal.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying
I see
about
what
that?
I think I see what you're saying. I mean, you pretty much just find satisfaction out of working out. You find satisfaction out of building
Mm-hmm.
your endurance, your physical muscle. You're just growing strong. You find satisfaction out of that. You find like you've worked towards something. Is that kind of
Yeah, I would say that.
and that's a hobby. I mean, that is a hobby. A lot of people make that a hobby. It also is a good way to blow off steam. And also, I mean, I know working out is like the best if you suffer from anxiety or
Mhm.
you deal with anxiety a lot or you worry a lot. I know for some people it's not the case, but a lot of times simply just working out hard alleviates almost all of it to where you just like stop being so anxious because you're blowing off so much energy and I don't know. I don't even know how it works. I think it's probably just the way the brain works and what gets the
Mhm.
chemicals in your brain moving and everything, and it just causes you to be more peaceful. And I'm naturally a little more peaceful, so I don't have that motivator to be like, I know this will make me feel better, and so I want to go out and do it. But I don't know that's there. There's a lot of reasons I know to make fitness a hobby, or to be at least interested enough to make it a part of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I struggle with that myself.
Okay.
What time are we?
We're right at 20 minutes right now.
Right at 20 minutes?
Well, a little under.
Yeah.
We take that quick break.
I wanted to ask you real quick. Well, we can talk about this for just a minute. We've been ramping up a little bit of social media for WiseWorks.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on social media? Do you even like it?
Yeah. To an extent, I don't like certain social media. I'm not a Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't really
Uh,
use tweet.
I have
The little
Twitter.
tweet.
I have
word.
it, but I don't
Um,
hate with it.
I don't like Facebook that much either because I feel like it's just a lot of memes. I'm not a huge meme guy,
Yeah.
but Instagram I like only because of the photo aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there is a lot of just fluff on there too, like just extra stuff that I don't like for it. But I would say it's a good platform to show your creative.
Yeah.
So I would say I like some parts of it. I wouldn't
It's
say I'm like
definitely-
huge into social media.
It's definitely back and forth for me. I would say for myself, like for people to keep up with me, for me to post things about my everyday life, I hate it. I
Mhm.
honestly hate it. I'm really into YouTube. I think it's an interesting platform, obviously, because we're on that.
Yeah.
It's something I find enjoyment out of, but I would probably say almost all of my energy to be on the internet is focused on YouTube. I really can't stand social media, honestly. I'm on it and I browse it and I follow people, but I have no motivation to post a picture of myself, or post
What
a
made you
picture
think
of what
of
I'm
this
doing.
and just
I
think
think
about
it's because we're interacting or we're posting more on Instagram. I've had to think about it more.
Mhm.
And although it's good and, taking a picture or doing a graphic art or creating a video, that's fun and I like sharing it around. But honestly, just thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a lot the past 2 weeks. Just thinking about it just wears on me, and I just think, oh man, I don't like this. I mean, it's not that I don't like the content. It's that I don't like feeling like I have to create for it.
Yeah.
Because I know YouTube is a social media, but I almost don't see it as one. I see it as kind of just like a body of work that people can just come and enjoy, be entertained by, or really just entertain, you know?
Yeah.
I see YouTube as an entertainment platform, not a social platform, even though it is. But really it's social so that the people that are being entertained can interact with their creators, as opposed to social media, which everybody is like the face of your timeline, where it's
Yeah.
like, I didn't choose, besides following you, I didn't choose to be entertained by you. And also your content doesn't entertain me.
Well,
And so I get really cynical with that.
I would say when I follow Instagram, usually it's going to be like someone I know and personally.
Yeah.
I don't like following all these celebrities and all that. I don't have celebrities like that on my Instagram because I'm like, you're not part of my life. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I enjoy looking at it once in a while. I mean, gazing on the Instagram
Yeah.
and then posting creative photos too.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it.
How are you holding up?
I'm good.
You lying?
What do you mean? Holding up.
I mean, we're in the middle of, we're still in the midst of this coronavirus. Hopefully we're looking at the end of it soon, at least for the summer. How are you holding up?
I think I'm straight. I mean, I've been working a lot more now.
Yeah.
I've got started a newer job. So I've
You've
been
had it a
working
few weeks.
and that's helped me just get used to, I'm not really quarantining myself anymore
Yeah.
because I'm working.
Yeah. I mean, quarantining in the terms of, well, there's not really anything open, so you do kind of quarantine besides work, because where you work is essential personnel.
Yeah.
So you are still kind of quarantined. You talk about wanting to go out and do stuff, but being in a new city, and you can't right now, not to the extent that there's things to do. Most places are closed.
Yeah. But I'm not always inside, so I don't feel that. I don't feel like that anxiety of just being inside all the time.
That's good. Well, we'll wrap this up. Keep your chins up if you're feeling down about the quarantine or feeling down about the position of the world. Just know that social media is there for you. All right.
Yep. And it will end soon, probably. Hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Finish this out.
Okay. So if you liked this video, this was kind of on the fly. We didn't have any topics this week. If you like this better, if you don't like it, if you feel like we rambled a little bit too much,
well, we're
let us know.
still learning how to be good podcasters.
Yeah. So, subscribe to this channel.
Oh my gosh, Joshua.
What?
This was very underwhelming for something important. This is our 50th episode.
Okay. 50th episode. Have a good 50th. Good day.